47 Weeks, Life and Learnings of a Dietetic Intern. Hey guys, welcome back to 47 Weeks. It's week 30. Now I've completed my nutrition education clinic rotation, and apparently my preceptor told me that what I experienced is really different than a normal education clinic where you deal with all sorts of potentially different issues like IBS or whatever it may be, versus my area was solely focused on outpatients with kidney disease. Because I'm doing 2 weeks in dialysis, I thought it was really helpful, so it was perfect. This week I talked to more patients, and I also spent a lot more time working on this recipe booklet that I'm developing. Well, by developing I mean reading other recipe books and compiling the best ones. And I also have to do the nutrient analysis for them, which I'm going to do over the next 2 weeks when I'm doing hemodialysis. Dietitians at the hospital on their birthday get a $2 coupon to spend at the cafeteria, and my preceptor gave me her old one, and I went and I got coffee, and that was really sweet. And this week I also went to a pain management class that was put on by one of the other dietitians, and her intern was also there, so we went to it together. And it just really talked about general healthy eating basics, foods that may help reduce inflammation, such as fruits and vegetables, and how to include more of them. Talked about the different kinds of fats, fiber, but generally it was just answering the questions that the group had. So because I spent so much time working on this recipe book, I've really learned that there aren't many food trackers out there that are free for the public that are going to give you the amount of phosphorus in a food, which could be really challenging for individuals with kidney disease. And when it's becoming more prominent with the rates of diabetes and things like that, it really concerns me. Not even Eat Tracker by Dietitians of Canada gives you the phosphorus in foods. The only one I found right now is nutritiondata.self. So if that's what you need, check it out. When I attended the pain management class, I learned that there is a new kind of chair that I really want. This chair was actually quite easy and nice to sit in, and it helped me maintain a really good back posture. I think everyone should have these. Another thing I learned was that salt didn't even need to be on the nutrition label until 2007. Can you imagine how many people died eating really salty foods so they didn't know were salty from high blood pressure? That's really scary. It doesn't seem as bad as when people used to add sawdust to bread to increase the volume and the amount of money you make, but still pretty bad. So because phosphorus doesn't appear on a nutrition label, and because phosphorus isn't in most food analysis websites, an individual could determine the amount of phosphorus in a food by looking at the grams of fiber. So if a food item has 3 grams of fiber or more per serving, it's probably too high in phosphorus to have. I also learned that high-fat, low-carb diets are a thing, with individuals eating more than 2,000 calories and 200 grams of fat a day from fat, when you should be having, a few tablespoons. I really loved my past 2 weeks in nephrology. Despite having 2 clinical rotations where, I wasn't really sure if clinical was for me, I think it was just the service, because I really loved being in a hospital and talking to people here. Maybe I'm just really an outpatient type of person. Well, that's all I have this week. Thanks for watching, and remember, sustain your body, sustain your life.